Hey agents, and welcome back. This is Hannibal, and today I'm covering more details on what's not commonly known about the game. And today's topic is all about control points. So let's do it. Now, you've probably heard creators mention control points as quick ways to farm gear and gather resources. They even might mention how it's an efficient, challenging way to build better habits with your gameplay. And all that is fair, but I get one question so often that most new players don't even realize it's related to the control points. Usually within an hour or so of joining my clan, I get this one question asked the most often. They come to the White House base of operations, they look around, eventually they find the Workbench. They walk up to it, see that they can engage with it, and it opens up a menu. They start clicking away at it. Then they realize they are looking at shaded out items to craft, and the next thing they realize is they can't craft anything. No blueprints. So the question that I always get that pops up, how do I get blueprints to craft these items? The simple answer? You got to run control points at level 3 or level 4. And doing so will get you about 98% of the blueprints. There's a side mission or two that will also give you a blueprint. And it's not intuitive in the game to do this. There's no prompt, no tutorial. And more often than not, most players who discover this bench for the very first time are barely mastering normal, let alone hard. So now they're learning that they need to up their map to challenging or heroic. Not necessarily the greatest confidence booster. Now, there's two ways you could do this. If you're running solo, you could stay on a normal map and elevate the control points by hitting activities associated to the control point in that area. You can see which ones there are by opening up your map and looking for the red lines directly connected control points to nearby activities, such as propaganda broadcasts, or hostage situations, or even some convoys or patrols. If you hit any of these that are not encircled with a big red, thick circle, you'll have to do 2 of them to make the control point level 3, and 3 events to make it a control point level 4. Now that big red circle around some of these activities I mentioned, well, those are elite patrols, elite convoys, and elite territories. There's no elite propagandas or elite hostile situations in this game. Hitting elite convoys, patrols, or territories will act as 2 activities. At higher alert levels, you're not just triggering the control point fight, you're activating the whole map. Elite patrols, resource convoys, and named enemies start moving through the area. If you're farming the exotic components, brand set pieces, or just want constant combat, these levels create a rolling battlefield that follows you everywhere you go. Now, the other way to do this is simply elevating your map to either challenging or heroic, and you could simply skip these activities and go straight towards the control points. Control points at level 1 and 2, they're manageable. I mean, it's even easy. But at 3 or 4, you get real resistance. Higher tier enemies and reinforcements that hit harder. It is, however, the perfect middle ground between heroic missions and legendary content. It basically forces you to play smarter with your build, your positioning, and your skill timing. It's not the same intensity as heroic missions or legendary content, but the layout is pretty much the same as far as the setup. Again, playing smarter, not harder. Running high-level control points teaches you faction control patterns. You start predicting where reinforcements will come from, which factions are nearby, and how alert levels affect the surrounding world. This isn't just good for farming, it's critical knowledge for survival. Now let's be honest, running the same mission 10 times tends to get boring fast. But control points? They're dynamic. You can approach them from any angle. Use stealth or go loud. Fight off random patrols or convoys mid-fight. Now, as a side note, if you're running to a control point 3 and a patrol waltzes in, or even an enemy resource convoy suddenly shows up, if you kill them before you start the control point, you risk elevating that control point up to a level 4. But it's a grind that doesn't feel repetitive, and that's rare for a looter shooter. Keep in mind, RNG likes to throw curveballs at you. From time to time, as soon as you take over a control point, before the supply room access is granted, before you even have a chance to pick up the loot on the ground, before you even have an opportunity to reload your weapon from the ammo cache box, RNGs might throw rogue agents at you. If you're solo, there will be 2. If you're running with a friend, there will be 3. If you're running a 3-man team, there will be 4. And if you're running a full 4-man squad, yep, 5 rogues. So keep that in mind. Also, when you're running control points from level 1 to 3, the 2 bosses, there's 2 waves. You take it over and then you have to defend. The 2 bosses are simple elite NPCs. However, control points at level 4 has 2 named NPCs for the bosses. Named NPCs have a tendency to have special ammo and often have skills like drones and seeker mines. They also have a tendency to heal themselves. So, keep that in mind as well. Lastly, whenever you loot an exotic piece, or a player gives you one, and it's the very first one that you've picked up, immediately go see Anaya at the Workbench when you come back to the base of operations. She has recalibration blueprints for those exotics. You can't recalibrate them without those blueprints. So here's what other content creators aren't telling you. Control points at level 3 and 4 aren't just about better loot. They're about becoming a better player and getting those needed blueprints. Running control points at any level teaches you the map, trains your reflexes, and fills your stash while keeping things interesting. If this gave you a new reason to take control points seriously, feel free to hit the subscribe button and let me know your favorite farming route. And if you've never tried them at level 4, now's the time. Please remember to hit that like and share the video with someone you know that didn't even know this about the blueprints. And until the next one, this is Hannibal, signing off.